For each of the past 25 seasons, one player has been selected as the True Value NFL Man of the Year. For 1994, True Value, as the official hardware store of the NFL, is proud to honor San Diego Chargers linebacker Junior Seau for his contributions on and off the field.
True Value salutes Junior Seau for his kindness, his generosity, his compassion, and his helpfulness. Off the field. For all you've done, you're the True Value Hardware NFL Man of the Year, awarded to the most outstanding citizen athlete. Congratulations, Junior. You've been a big help.
It is a position unlike any other in professional sports. The men who play quarterback in the National Football League are a cut above. They are the best and the brightest.
The quarterback controls so much, more than any other team sport. He controls the action, controls the pace, controls really the result, much more than anyone else on the field.
Once the game's on the line, everybody looks at you. When you step into the huddle, all ears and eyes are on you.
That's the reason I play quarterback, is because it's the most challenging position in team sports.
Never send a boy for a man's job, right?
There's nothing like being a quarterback, especially in the National Football League, because of the focus, because of the pressure, because of all the eyes that are on you to make the big play.
Warren's got to go win the damn thing.
Boone with a snap, back to throw. Looking, fires, caught by Ismail. Spin move inside. Nice! Rodri Ismail, a touchdown with 5 seconds to
So many people are counting on you to do the impossible at times.
God, it's about time we do something.
It's the only sport where there's 10 of the guys relying on you to make the big play and not to make the big mistake.
The toughest thing to me probably about playing quarterback is if you can get it in your mind that, you know, people are going to be taking shots at you. If you don't let that situation bother you, as far as when things aren't going well, that they're blaming, and you're saying to yourself, well, I'm doing everything I could possibly do, but they're still blaming, why are they doing that? If you can get through the fact that that's going to happen, and that's part of the position, then you're going to enjoy playing quarterback, and you'll be a much better quarterback if you can just do your job and do it the best you can.
Okay, man, let's go out and have some fun, do the best you can. That's all we can do. Ready?
Hey, baby, let's go!
Let's get her going right now. Relax, have some fun, and do what we can do.
Away, here comes the blitz. He steps away from it and lets the pass go long.
You kidding me?
He's going for a touchdown.
You're kidding me.
Shannon Sharp makes the catch. Elway was submerged.
There's a lot of factors that are out of your control that prevent you at all times from knowing exactly what's going to happen. But yet, in the end, you're responsible for the end result.
Hostetler is back to throw. Looking over the middle, he's flushed out, rolls over to the right side. Run it. He's got Brown coming back to the near side, fires. Brown's there. Touchdown Raiders! What an ad-lib by Jeff Hostetler.
Being an NFL quarterback, that's probably one of the biggest challenges you face, is once a ball snap, it is chaos. And can you control it?
Young, back to throw. In trouble, he's going to be sacked. No, gets away. He runs, gets away again, goes to the 40, gets away again, to the 35, cuts back at the 30, to the 20, the 50, the 10, he dives, touchdown 49ers.
You have to be able to possess athleticism along with a type of intelligence that is going to enable you to kind of anticipate what is going to happen, and you don't know what's going to happen.
That's the experience of Boomer Esiason.
people may not.
The mental work, people don't understand what you have to put into for one game.
Regular 16 power. Tiger. 67A. U 92 counter. 22 circus. 21 X bingo cross. Let's go 2 jet scat halfback option. 2 jet scat halfback option.
We work 365 days a year for 16 games. It's just so taxing on your mind that it's hard to even understand.
We're putting in 40 to 50 new plays a week. You're seeing new defenses every week. You're seeing new personnel every week. And it's almost like you're taking an exam every Sunday.
You have to understand the job of everybody on your side, all 11 guys, and then you also have to understand to a certain extent the job of all the 11 guys on the other side of the ball.
I would have had to wait to throw it in there to him, and the safeties were coming down a little bit. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's so complicated trying to learn everything that you have to learn to play the position of quarterback.
You've got about 2.5 seconds to really figure out exactly where you're going to go with the football and pick a receiver and read coverages and get the ball delivered.
Supersonic laser blast from Aikman to a touchdown.
The thing that's so hard to master about the quarterback position is that there are so many aspects.
There's so many intangibles that go with being a quarterback and being a great quarterback and making it to the level that not only myself but other quarterbacks across the NFL have done.
It's a tough combination to get exactly right.
The mental part is the part that you got to be on top of every week, in and out.
Mentally, that's where the games are won and lost, in my mind.
It's really a position where you have to study the game. You just can't show up and let your athletic ability take over, because it's nowadays with the defensive schemes and all the different pressures they can put on a quarterback, you really have to study the game and then go out there and try to execute the plays.
First down 10. O'Donnell with a fake. 2 fakes. And then passing to the left to Foster's over the 20 to 15 to 10 to 5. He's running. He's in the end zone. Beautiful faking.
Hey, O'Donnell! Hey, Neil! Don't laugh at my calls anymore.
Physically, you have to have the tools or else you're never going to have a chance. I don't care how smart you are.
Marino slogging in the mud, back to pass. He throws downfield, has a man open. Mark Ingram has it at the 30. He's to the 20, 10. He is gone. Oh, touchdown! Yes!
You have to have the physical ability to throw the deep balls or have the velocity to throw it by a defender.
What a pass, San Marino!
But also you have to be smart enough to know where to throw it, when to take chances and when not to.
Marino throws deep downfield. It is caught by Fryer. Touchdown! Touchdown Dolphins! That's on 4th and 5. Unbelievable!
In this league, the bad plays are what kill you. The great quarterbacks are the ones that overcome that, don't make those mistakes and move on, and then when they have the chance to make the big play, do it.
Aikman, a deep ball. He's got a man down the left side. It's caught. Irvin's in for the touchdown.
You've got stronger and quicker people on the other side of the ball. They aren't putting the best guys on the offense anymore.
They have these outside linebackers now who are 6'4", 250 pounds, who can run like wide receivers. So that's the scary part. You have these big guys who can run.
I really do think it's a tough job, and it takes a special person and a special skill level to play it at the high level that the guys in the NFL do.
There's no position like it in sports, to be a quarterback in the pocket trying to find a receiver with, 5 guys bearing down on you. It's a great thing.
Handsome guy, he's a heck of an actor.
Old, beat up.
What a man.
The wit and wisdom of self-analysis. Jim Kelly, John Elway, and Dan Marino, each selected in the first round of the 1983 NFL Draft. Each has already achieved a lasting place in NFL history.
The best pure passer, I think, that ever played. The quickest release I've ever seen in my entire life.
The extraordinary numbers put up by Marino. The fourth quarter magic of Elway.
The man, Superman in the mist.
The ability of Kelly to do whatever it takes to win.
He's the ultimate warrior.
The guttiest, if not the toughest quarterback ever to play.
He likes it better when he takes a lot of hits. If he's not beat up after the game, he probably doesn't feel like he played very well. He's the toughest guy I've ever met. Kind of gritting your teeth and going and winning games. One of the great qualities that a quarterback needs is to have the ability in the late in the game to just suck it up and go get it done.
Here's Kelly to throw. He pulls it down, throws. Reed's got it at the 30, at the 40, midfield. He's in the clear.
Huddle up. Come on, Bobby, set a huddle, let's go.
He has that attitude that he don't care if he misses 20 throws in a row.
King left.
He can hit the next throw for a touchdown and can beat you.
Ray, set! Ray!
It's an uphill climb, but you think they'd learn.
It's never over till that final gun goes off with this guy.
With number 7 out there, you're right. Elway lets it go to Jackson. Touchdown! Jackson makes the catch just inside the goal line and inside. Elway's got the ball to the end zone. It's Johnson, touchdown!
Well, I tell you, unbelievable.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I don't think I'd believe it.
Well, I tell you, you ought to knight the guy.
Marino takes the snap. He's under pressure. Dodges the rush. Now throws deep downfield. Has a man open.
I watch him, and it all happens so fast. You know, the ball's here and it's gone, and you don't see anything else. You see the ball in one position, and then all of a sudden it's out.
He has a unique talent at the way he's able to throw the football from his ear, like a catcher. If the rest of us tried to do that, our arm would be sore. We wouldn't be able to throw for more than a day.
Worst mechanics in the NFL, but gets it done. He's amazing the way he throws some of those balls and the way he gets it in creases like that.
Great confidence. He could throw it through a wall. He believes that.
Throws balls that I would never throw. Throws passes that shouldn't be thrown. You know, there's no way that should be thrown, and gets them in there and makes great plays.
A guy who probably hasn't gotten the recognition that he deserves based on what's happened in the Super Bowls.
Could have been called one of the greats of all time if he'd have won just one of the Super Bowls. Still, I think he'll always be remembered as a great quarterback.
Downfield for Lofton, and he's got it! What a throw by Kelly!
Some of the things that he's accomplished over the years have been truly remarkable.
4 Super Bowls in a row is a heck of an accomplishment.
He's the kind of guy that can carry the whole team on his back. When you walk on the field, you can have kind of a mediocre team, and he'll go win games for you.
One play at a time and make that the hardest play of the game.
He can make the first 2 guys miss, and then he can stand up and throw the ball 40, 50 yards downfield on a rope and make a big play. 2 or 3 of those a game, and you win 21-10.
Rolls left, gets some time, now the time is going away, splits the tackle and throws it deep. The ball is caught inside the 25, it will go to the end zone. A 54-yard touchdown pass.
Consider him probably one of the best ever.
Will go down as one of the all-time greats in the NFL.
Really carried the team on his back for many, many years.
The Bills have written history. They are going back to the Super Bowl for a 4th straight time. You talk about championship courage, a will to win. A flame burns inside that man, Dan Marino.
This guy will go down as the greatest come-from-behind player in National Football League history.
When you're behind and you've got 2 minutes left in the football game, to me that's the freest time in a football game because you got nothing to lose.
Denver at the 2-yard line. They're 98 yards away from 6.
Everyone knows that it's now or never.
Well, it's come down to this, 2:50 to play in the football game.
Everybody in the huddle is looking at you to see how big your eyes are.
And I've tried to always start with a joke or always try to say something funny like, boy, isn't this fun, or isn't this, or geez, we got to go back here and win another game.
And others start smiling because it's so much fun to be in that situation.
The good thing about it is, you know you've done it before.
Nothing safe with Dan Marino on the other sideline.
I can run out there, and my 10 guys with me know that I'm capable of bringing them back and winning the game, and I know I'm capable of doing that. It kind of takes you back to you know, your playground days when you're growing up playing, just going out there calling plays and you know, doing what comes natural.
30 seconds to go. I believe Marino is saying, I'm going to spike it.
Marino takes the snap from center. He's looking. He throws. Touchdown, Dolphins, Mark Ingram!
Yes, yes! I know you like that, Paul.
2-minute situation is where you become the man. I told my guys, I said, don't you guys love this? When all the pressure's on you and it's on me. And I said, hey, it's do or die, let's go do it.
Back again. He's looking. He's firing. Caught by Calvin Williams, who takes it at the Redskins 40. A minute and 5, a minute and 4. The field goal is of no use. Cunningham is back. He's looking. He puts it in the air. Diving reception by Calvin Williams at the 10. The Birds are alive. Cunningham is back. He's looking. He's looking. He's pumping. He fires. Caught! Touchdown! Calvin Williams! 4 seconds left. What a comeback with 4 seconds left.
Hey, it's all about the NFL. Job is on the line. You got to go get it.
A few years back at Joe Robbie Stadium, I think it was like 3 or 4 seconds ago in the game, and we're down by, I think, 5 or 6 points. We need a touchdown to win.
Kelly waiting. Last play of the game. Back to throw, and he's going to run, and he dives for the touchdown. He dove for the touchdown.
I decided to run the ball, run over to the left side, dive in for the touchdown, and last no time on the clock to win the game. Without a doubt, it's my most memorable time.
A lot of people ask, well, how could you do that? There were 80,000 people watching you at the stadium, millions on TV. It's the fourth quarter.
Pass protection. I mean, 2-minute drills if you don't have pass protection, because everyone in the world knows you don't throw the football. So if those guys up front can't protect the quarterback, there won't be any 2-minute situation.
Every quarterback probably feels some sense of being scared. If I don't win these last 2 minutes, I'm nothing. That's how important those final 2 minutes are in a game. People don't realize how guys go crazy thinking about what they're going to do in that situation.
Favre goes straight back in the pocket. Favre looking. Now Favre running to the right. Favre is on the run. Favre is down the sidelines. Favre, touchdown! He dived into the end zone.
There could be no second chances, and I had to make it. And when I dove, I just knew I could hear the crowd just going crazy. It was something.
Brett Favre, I've never seen anything like it, Jim. What a play! What a way to get this team into the playoffs.
A lot of times as athletes, you let the negative creep into your mind and it affects your performance. But for me in the 2-minute drill, I don't ever worry about making a mistake. I don't worry about throwing an interception. I don't worry about, you know, if I do this, this could happen. So, I mean, it's really kind of the freest part for me in a football game.
Here's the 4th down and 10 play. Elway's got the ball. Runs up out of the pocket. Lets the pass go. It's caught. Johnson to the 40. 35, 30.
You really can't even hear the crowd either. I mean, it's like playing in the street. Get open. We need to get something done.
For the minute 56, Elway is in the shotgun. They come after him. He escapes. Lets the ball go upfield. Jackson's got it at the 45.
I a lot of times wish I could play like the whole game like they do in a 2-minute drill, just because there's no fear.
You want the ball in that situation, and every quarterback will tell you that.
That's when it all counts, and that's what you play for.
Best situation is the best feeling you can have in football.
Well, if I had to build the perfect quarterback, I'd start with an arm. And probably the guy's arm I'd start with would be a Drew Bledsoe.
Probably the strongest arm I would say is Brett Favre. I mean, he's got a rocket for an arm.
Favre straight back in the pocket, looking. Favre comes upfield. Wide open. Sterling Sharp in the end zone, and a bullet thrown by Brett Favre.
Right now, I'd say Drew Bledsoe has the best arm in the league.
Drew Bledsoe delivered a bullet.
Brett Favre's probably got the best arm in the league right now.
He threw a ball in the Pro Bowl practice a couple years ago to Michael Irvin on a comeback route. And Mike didn't have his helmet on when he was running the route. And if the ball was behind him, fortunately. But if that thing if it had hit him in the head, there's no question in my mind it had killed him.
To me, the greatest arm is not the guy that can throw 80 yards. It's getting the ball there, you know, the way it needs to be up there. Just because you can throw it 80 yards through a brick wall doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, that's not the big thing. A lot of guys can throw hard, but it's completing passes. Everybody I've seen has made great throws from time to time.
Myers scrambling to his left, trying to buy some time, does, looks, Myers back against the green, got a man out there, Kelvin Martin caught the football. He's got it at the 47-yard line. How in the world did he find Kelvin Martin back there? The more they say Rick Meyer looks like Joe Montana, the more I'm beginning to believe it. Third down and goal from the 1-yard line with 28 seconds to play. Myers short drive, flares it out, touchdown,
I think Rick Meyer, as a young quarterback, he's very well composed, you know, doesn't get too emotional out there. I think he plays the game very well with his smarts.
I think I'm as competitive as any of these guys. I think I'm durable. I'm smaller than most, but I'm maybe a little shiftier than most, but I'm going to win somehow.
Myers straight back. Firing the bomb up the right side for Kelvin Martin. Got it out there. Makes a great slam at the 3-yard.
I don't know, you know, what it's going to take or when it's going to happen, but hopefully sooner than later. I'm ready. I refuse to lose. I hate that. In anything, I don't like losing. With a little luck, you know, stay healthy. It's just going to happen, and I'm just dying to have it happen soon.
I think that probably going into my second year is when things became clear. Whereas, you know, that rookie year, it's such a different game than what college is, that first year was really a blur.
Looking at what I'm doing now and what I did in college, this seems to be a lot more difficult than it was going to school. You don't have that grace period, a year, a redshirt year or a freshman year, like you do in college, to maybe watch it happen to the guy in front of you.
When I was a rookie, it's like, you know, sticking my head in a popcorn maker. You know, I mean, everything was going 1,000 miles an hour.
The opening day, we played Philadelphia, and I swear for the first 3 quarters, I couldn't see what was going on. Guys are crossing in front of me, and everyone seemed to jump up that much faster. You know, starting the year, they were one of the best teams in the league, and in my first start, to go out there and beat them was something I'll always look fondly on.
Again, Philadelphia jumps on a play. Freebie, and Brown throws to Callaway. Callaway will score.
As I got more experience out there, the game did slow down, and I think it was evidenced by the way we finished up by winning the 6 games. And the biggest game for us as a team was the Cleveland game. We played at Cleveland, and our playoff chances were dismal at the time, and they just came off beating Dallas, who was the favorite to win the Super Bowl. And we were stuck in the 3rd and 15, and I went back and threw over the middle, and we completed, went on to kick a field goal to win the game. And I think at that game, it was the first time I really had to bring our team back, and that gave me confidence that I can do it. It gave my teammates confidence in me that we could do it.
This is on the line today. It's our season right here. We want to go forward to the playoffs. It's going to be tough, but I think we can do it, though.
Beating Dallas the last game of the year when we were in a must-win situation where you know, we controlled a little bit of our own fate to make the playoffs, where we had to win the game and Tampa had to beat Green Bay, which didn't happen, but we held up our end of the bargain, and it was one that I'm very proud of. I think the one thing I learned most of all this year was handling the adversity that a year can bring about. It's a long year. I didn't realize how long the year is until you actually get in there and play.
It's difficult for quarterbacks now to come right from college and step in at the pros and be successful. I think that's what made Drew Bledsoe's season last year pretty special, being he's a relatively young quarterback. If his arm holds up for throwing 1,000 passes a year like he did last year, he's going to be a good quarterback.
The second coming, maybe, of Johnny Unitas.
He's got tremendous poise,
and he is just can throw the ball through a brick wall.
It's going to be the best to ever play the game.
He doesn't even know how good he is.
Russell alone, set back behind Bledsoe. He drops straight back to throw. Pump fakes, going for the whole thing. His man is open. Simpson, touchdown. Patriots win. Drew Bledsoe drives them 75 yards.
The thing that impresses me the most is how cool he is. In the NFL, there's so much scrutiny, so much pressure, so much expectations that they can become overwhelming. And he seems to just not even be fazed by it. In fact, kind of bored with it all, you know, and which is a great sign for a quarterback.
The thing that I really noticed this year was that when everything really starts to click in your head, you can see everything happening on the field at once, as opposed to, well, this guy's going to do this, and then I do this, and then this happens. Instead of that, you have everything happening at once, and you know where everybody is on the field at the same time. Physically, you know, that's something that I was kind of blessed with. You know, I've got some talent to throw the ball, I've got size and so on, but the mental side of the game is something that I'm going to have to work on forever and ever. Yeah, there are times during a ball game when you've got to take chances, and there are times when you've got to play it conservative. If there's not a play there, you got to eat the ball and do something else with it. When they turn the ball over to you and say, go play, call the plays, throw it every down if you want to, you know, do what you want to, that's when it's really fun as a quarterback.
Back to throw, Bledsoe, looking, fires it long and deep right side, caught, touchdown, Crittenden. Oh my goodness! The Patriots roar downfield in 1 minute and 38 seconds to start the second half.
You gotta have it, you gotta have it, you gotta have it. You gotta have it, Drew.
Bledsoe on first down, back to throw, fires upfield, and is caught by Crittenden across the 45 to the 48-yard line on the first down. Bledsoe is smoking hot.
Come on, Nash. Come on, you the natural, baby. You the natural.
Bledsoe calling signals. We're tied at 20-20 in overtime.
You're the natural, baby. Come on now. Get ready, get ready.
Bledsoe back to throw. Looks, floats to the end zone. Touchdown, the Patriots win to Kevin Turner.
That's the part of the game that I absolutely love. But I'm maybe even overly calm in those situations. You know, I think that a lot of times my teammates would like to see me come out and be, you know, real fiery and yelling and screaming and so on, but I just come out and that's when I get so calm. You know, you get real calm and everything fades out and all you can see is just what's happening on the field.
But also you got to show some sense of fire and wanting to do it. You can't just get in the huddle and say, okay, here we go, guys, we're going to score. I say, well, hell with him. But you got to have some go get 'em too.
Favre goes straight back in the pocket. Now he pumps it. Now he's going to the end zone. There's a man. He's wide open. Touchdown. It is caught by the wide open. And it is Kittredge Taylor. I can't believe it, Jim. A great pass by Favre. And the Packers win it 24 to 23. How about that?
It was extraordinary. It's unbelievable, especially for my first game. I'm not the perfect pocket passer who came out of college, molded for the NFL.
A linebacker playing quarterback.
At 2 minutes, they went to the outside. Brett Favre is on top of him.
He's a wild man out there.
Kind of a loose cannon.
Has that type of swagger you need as a quarterback.
Expect anything from him.
No more rocket balls, please. Well, I was chinged up. No, I know.
An all-around animal when he gets on the field.
I make a lot of things happen, whether it's throwing the ball underhand, behind my back, diving over people, running for a first down. Whatever it takes, I'm willing to do that to win. And then, to cap it off, you have to make the right throw, the right read, worry about getting hit, figure out the defense, what they're trying to do. You know, you're getting booed for 3 quarters, how are you going to react to it? When you step into the huddle, those other 10 guys have to look at you and say, this guy is going to bring us down to win. And that's where you separate the leaders from the followers. And you realize that this is a situation that makes or breaks a quarterback. If you can come from behind, regardless of what you did the previous 3 quarters, it can be forgotten in these last 2 minutes.
The end zone. He's open. Wide open. Touchdown. Sterling Sharp. Open. He got away and scored the touchdown with 55 seconds left.
One week, you know, as you know, you're the hero. People love you. The next week, you know, they want you out of town. And that's what makes us so special. That's why there are only 28 and now 30 of us in the whole world.
Hey, baby, this movie is rated R. Adult language and violence. Lots of it.
Taking your shots. It's one of the many demands placed on the men who play the most challenging position in sports.
Steve Young is hurt. Oh my, is he ever. I don't know if he can get up from this one.
Physically, it's not that much of a challenge because it's just there. My body is takes a pretty good beating if you come back, and it's a part of the game. There's a piece of you that if you don't get beat up a little bit, you didn't really play.
Sometimes I enjoy getting hit. It wakes me up. Sometimes when I'm having sort of a bad game, and all of a sudden I'll get blindsided, it wakes me up, wind up scoring 3 touchdowns in a row, wind up winning.
Kelly will throw into the end zone. Reed, touchdown! Andre Reed scores!
I don't think any quarterback likes to get hit, but every once in a while a good wake-up call's on.
Early in my career, I took a lot of shots from the media in that they thought that, you know, there were times I should have gotten rid of the football and I was taking unnecessary hits. I don't really feel that I take unnecessary hits. I'm just not afraid to get hit.
All quarterbacks are kind of proud of the people that can take hits. He can take the licks like anybody.
One of the questions everybody always wants to ask is, what do you want people to remember you for when you're done playing? And, you know, I'd like to have people say, yeah, he was a guy who would hang in there and do what was necessary in order for the team to win.
A lot of guys are tough. I mean, there's a fine line between, you know, being a tough guy and being stupid. You know, some of these hits you need to take, some of them you don't.
Our manhood test, I guess, is being able to get up from that big shot. You know, being able to take a hit and the whole crowd goes, ooh, but you hop up and you get back in the huddle. You know, that's toughness.
You have to play hurt. You get banged up, and you see all these offensive linemen, the running backs, you know, they play nicked up all the time. So when they see that a quarterback can go out there and play nicked up, they really have a lot of respect for it.
I'm playing with offensive linemen who have won Super Bowls, and have been with Sims and Hostetler, and have been with some great tough guys and great leaders. And one thing I wanted to set out to prove to them was that I was tough too. I was going to take every hit. When I scrambled, I was going to try to run over guys, do this and that, and show them that I was tough and I could handle it.
There was a hit that I took against the Buffalo Bills. That was the first sack that I took was Bruce Smith. He hit me blindside in the back. After the game, I remember he was standing out in the parking lot. He said, "Hey," you know, I said something about, you know, nice shot, you know, good hit, whatever. And he goes, "Hey, you know, you took it like a man," which was kind of a badge of honor at that point, which when there wasn't much going for me as a rookie, you know, we just lost our first game, but you know, to have Bruce Smith say, "Hey, you know, you got up from it," you know, that was a real compliment.
There's many times I go into week after week after week that I'm still feeling the pain of the game that I played the past weekend. So I guess it all depends on what type of game it was. There's games where I only throw the ball 20 times a game, and I love those games. There's games when I throw 50 times and get hit 25 of those. Those are the games that takes a little bit longer.
It becomes much tougher physically just because of the poundings and the age, and it gets tougher each week to come back.
My one and only idol that I really remember watching and looking and trying to find him on TV, and would sit and listen to every interview, and ultimately ended up starting to wear his jersey in football, was Burt Jones.
Bradshaw was a guy I love. I mean, I love Archie Manning was one of my idols.
Brian Sipe and Terry Bradshaw.
And I have a lot of respect for Phil Simms.
Probably Y.A. Tittle.
Terry Bradshaw and Roger Staubach.
I was a big Roger Staubach fan.
Joe Namath.
Roman Gabriel.
Even Joe Theismann.
Roger Staubach was my hero.
John Elway.
Elway and Marino and Kelly. And
I was a big Vince Ferragamo fan, if you can believe that. No, I was, and I was a fan of Vince's. I was a Rams fan. I was born in California and lived there until I was 12, and I liked the Rams. And that was the year that they went on to go to the Super Bowl, and so I was a fan of his. Before the first Super Bowl, someone asked me this very question, and I mentioned Vince, and he couldn't believe it. He saw it. He couldn't. He absolutely couldn't. In fact, they said it during the telecast. He couldn't believe it. He sent me a telegram.
Probably Y.A. Tittle I'd like to have seen a little more about. I think there's one picture of him with his helmet off and blood coming down his forehead. Just reminded me of a tough, hard-nosed quarterback that was going to do whatever he could to get it done. and I like that.
Roman Gabriel, who played for the Los Angeles Rams, he was a big, strong guy. He was an Indian. He was known for just staying in the pocket no matter what was going on around him. He had great poise in the pocket, would stay in there to the last minute, and I always remember how he could stand there and take such punishment but still deliver the ball.
I followed the Giants just from growing up in New Jersey, and it was kind of great, you know, to see Phil Simms and watch him play. He sits back there, he takes the hits, never complains. I found out he's 40 years old and he looks great. He tried to come back out of retirement. I said, what, are you crazy? I said, you look great right now, stay the way you are.
My one and only idol in football was Burt Jones. He was everything that I wanted to be in a football player. Somewhat reckless, extremely bright, very athletic, you know, a football player that played the game the way it was supposed to be played. And that was full out, full speed, a quarterback that had a certain amount of toughness to him.
Yeah, very, very severely hurting Burt Jones. He's going to go back in there and give it another try. In a standard pro set, far wide right, Dolly wide left to hurting Jones. Yanks it away, wants to throw, looking to set up, has a little time, fires, and it's caught by Carter. You have seen and we have watched, and I hope you have enjoyed one of the guttiest performances by a professional quarterback. It's been my pleasure to watch in many, many years.
Everybody has their own style of playing the game, but when you're a kid, you know, you always try to emulate other pros. And being from Pittsburgh, Bradshaw was a guy I loved him, you know, and they won 4 Super Bowls there while I was growing up through my younger days. And then also Namath was a guy I always enjoyed watching play.
Without a doubt, the classiest guy and one of the, I guess, big game quarterbacks, Joe Namath.
All right, 75 double choice. Flanker, Argo, out MK, go on 2.
Now you look back and even hearing a lot of things when I was growing up, it's a guy I wanted to idolize and look up to.
My childhood heroes are still playing. Elway and Marino and Kelly. It's kind of funny, you know, now I get out on the field and instead of being my heroes, now I just want to go kick their butts.
John Elway was a guy, I used to cut out Sports Illustrated covers and articles on him and hang them on my wall. And I used to have his poster in college, and it just seemed like, you know, number one, he threw the ball so hard.
First snap, Elway drops to the 35, and he's throwing it up the far side. Natil is open. Ball coming. Natil catches it for a touchdown.
Every quarterback, you know, when you grow up, you're playing with your friends. Okay, it's a 2-minute drill. I'm down by 4 points. I need a touchdown. And it was always, okay, I'm John Elway. Who are you?
I was a big Roger Staubach fan. He was a guy that was a great athlete, could move around, and I always enjoyed his competitiveness. And a guy that, if there's anybody that I idolized, was Roger Staubach. And I think not only on the field, but off the field, I think he'd be the best role model anybody could have.
I hope I look like Roger Staubach a little bit when I play. That would be a great compliment if someone said, you know, you play like Roger Staubach. He was the best. He could do things. He was a great thrower. It's been funny the times that we played the Cowboys. Every time he's their honorary captain, he'll be on the midfield. I'll be out there thinking they're just trying to psych me a little bit while my hero being out here.
I'll tell you what, I got my ankles taped. I'm ready.
He's a guy that I hope that when I'm done playing, that they would say, you know, he's a lot like Roger Staubach.
42 seconds left in the game. Redskins lead by 6. Second down and 8. From the 8-yard line. No shotgun this time. Staubach throwing in the end zone. Tony Hill! Touchdown! Tony Hill! Oh, the stadium goes wild!
These are the things that you live for. These are the things that when you were a kid growing up in your backyard and you didn't envision yourself as a Burt Jones or a Johnny Unitas or a Craig Morton or whoever the other great quarterbacks were, you just, you know, he drops back and he throws and there's 3 seconds left and he makes a diving catch and you win. And, you know, that's the excitement, the fulfillment of the sport that you live for.
Submitted for your approval. There is a dimension beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension most often found in the imagination, where perfection reigns supreme. It is known simply as the zone.
it's wonderful. It's like you can close your eyes and play.
It's incredible.
It's so much fun. It is, it's special.
When you're in the zone, you feel unstoppable.
You can't try to do anything wrong because it's not going to happen.
You have that certain release, that certain rotation on the ball. You can sense that things are happening despite yourself almost.
It's a feeling of just supreme confidence. And at this position, you know, when you get to that level and you have that type of feeling about your performance, that's when you become most dangerous.
I usually experience that in every ball game. Sometimes it occurs much sooner in other games, but there's usually a period in every ball game to where I just feel like I can hit everything.
You'd love to be able to go there whenever you can, but it only happens once in a long while. So you've got to savor those moments when it happens, but it's a great feeling. When you're in the zone, you're so confident nobody can touch you. You can throw the ball wherever you want to, and nobody's going to knock it down, nobody's going to pick it off. And you just get such a supremely confident feeling from that.
Every guy you look to is open. Every time you make a throw, it's a perfect throw. You're making the right decisions, you're going the right thing. It's almost like everything's planned out for you.
It seems like you drop back to pass and you throw a ball that you leave your hand, you're like, I'm not sure. Boom. Jerry Rice catches for a touchdown. You think, okay, is this the zone? This is the zone when something just seems like everything's going right.
I just feel like no matter who's covering who, he can have him covered like a blanket. I'm going to get the ball in there somehow. Whether he has to go down and get it, or he has to go up and get it, I'm going to put it in a place where he can get the football.
Everybody that you're looking at is wide open, and there's nobody around them. And when you do throw the ball, you're hitting them right in the chest, and they're catching everything. You're going to have 4 or 5 games where there's nothing you can do wrong. And those games are fun to play in.
It seems like you're moving at regular speed and everything else is moving at a much slower speed. And you just see things so clear and know exactly what the defense is doing, know where your guy's going to be. It's really the feeling that keeps me playing and enjoying the game.
There isn't a player that plays this position that doesn't desire or hunger for that fulfillment.
It's a kind of high that, you know, is something that people will never experience unless you played quarterback.
I've been in the zone for a whole decade.
He's a guy that's not going to make many mistakes, and that's really saying something in the NFL.
The most fundamentally sound of the quarterbacks.
I think every quarterback would like to have his arm.
Throw deep to the post. Harper, touchdown.
Tough, efficient, a great anticipator.
Throws a deep ball well, throws a touch ball very well.
I think he's kind of the consummate quarterback, kind of the mold for quarterbacks nowadays. If you're 6'3", 6'4", 230, then, you know, you're right down there, right down the alley.
Young drops back to throw, looks downfield, gonna run for it. He may get there. Oh, what a play! What a play by Steve Young. Young to throw.
The guy can do about anything with the football.
Runs away to his left, has some space. He's got lots of room. 35, 30, stays in bounds. He's to the 20, 15, one man to get by. He's to the 5, carries him into the end zone.
My role model, I love the guy.
The second best left-handed quarterback ever to play the game.
Smart guy that knows where to throw the football, doesn't make a lot of mistakes.
Really has a great feel for the quarterback position. He's timing passes, 1, 2, 3, doesn't get hit a lot. He's very on top of his game right now.
When you look at what he's been able to accomplish over the last 3 years, in terms of numbers and in terms of victories, his significance to his football team, all the things that he has done, his ability to win, his creativity on the football field, his consistency.
Look at the reaction by Steve Young. He has got rid of some things on his shoulders.
He, in my estimation, is by far the best player at our position at this point.
I'd say Troy Aikman. I don't know why I'm partial to Troy Aikman. It just seems like he has a strong arm, has a good head, has good feet. He can run, has a good size, can take a hit. That's probably the prototypical quarterback these days.
I remember that game more so than any other game I've ever played. I remember everything about it. Everything was very clear, and I remember going out there on the field and knowing that this had been a dream of mine ever since I've started playing football, and that I was actually going to live out that dream. And so I didn't want to take any of it for granted. I wanted to remember and take everything in. I was as calm and as content as I've ever been before a game. Just very at peace with the whole surrounding and me playing in that game. It wasn't until when we did player introductions and I ran out on the field and that I finally realized, I think, that, you know, hey, this is the Super Bowl. The adrenaline got to pumping so much that I was hyperventilating in the huddle, and I could hardly get a play out of my mouth. I was just caught up in the excitement of it all. And finally, fortunately, I was able to come back down.
Aikman with a straight drop to throw again. Going for the end zone. Novacek at the 2. Takes it in. Touchdown, Cowboys. That's how you overcome a shaky start. Wow. Quick post slant. Aikman to Irvin. Dallas touchdown. Aikman play action fake. Slips, gets up, throws a deep ball. Harper's all alone. Touchdown, Cowboys. Oh, what a throw.
I never really felt the pressure of it. And I never concerned myself with what the ramifications were if we had lost that game. I was too busy being excited about being in it.
At quarterback, number 8.
The ultimate compliment to a professional is walking up to him and saying, you make it look easy, because that means that you're really good at what you do.
They are at the 44-yard line of the Chargers. And a play fake. Young goes deep middle. He's got Jerry Rice. Touchdown, 49ers! First touchdown of the game. Comes after only a minute and 24 seconds. Young with a play fake. Drops back to throw. Deep middle. Waters a great. Over the shoulder catch. Bounces away. Bounces away again. Oh, what a good answer.
When we made it look easy, and people say, was there a defense out there? Were you in the zone? I mean, that's the ultimate compliment. That means that we're playing as great as we ever can. The easier it looks, the better you are at it.
It was just amazing to watch Steve, because all that he's gone through out of the lack of respect that many people have had for him.
Someone take the monkey off my back, please! Oh, it was a gorilla! It's gone forever!
So now he doesn't have to be compared to Joe Montana anymore.
You gotta love it.
To watch that, to know all the things that have gone on in Steve's career, that was just a remarkable performance from a remarkable person, and to see him do that, I just wanted to stand up and give him a standing ovation, because he certainly deserved it.
Steve.
Hey, you deserve that. You deserve it. Hold on to it tight. Take it home with you.
If I'm going to build the perfect quarterback,
I'd start with an arm.
Best arm probably be Troy Aikman.
Arm strength, no doubt about it, probably John Elway.
Brett Favre.
I would say myself, but I don't want to say that.
Release, there's not a better one in the business than Dan Marino.
Danny Marino has the quickest release.
Dan Marino.
Dan Marino does.
We know Dan has that.
Marino.
And most guys can only dream of having his release.
They've always said that I have the quickest release.
In terms of the feet and the legs.
And Bernie Kosar has definitely the best feet.
Feet is Steve Young.
I'll give that one to Randall.
Steve's dangerous.
Randall Cunningham.
You have to have cute legs because the women look at that kind of stuff.
Feet and legs, you could put it all with one quarterback is Steve Young.
Heart and guts.
Boomer Esiason. Well, I'm pulling that one.
Jim Kelly has the most heart.
I'd throw Boomer's name in there somewhere.
I'd have to give that to Jim Kelly.
John Elway.
Jim Kelly.
The heart, Marino.
I think I play with a lot of heart.
Best in the business right now,
Steve Young.
Steve Young.
Steve Young.
Steve Young.
Steve Young.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Steve Young.
Goofball. Loser. Jerk. No, I'm saying, let's start over. I don't want you doing that. There's going to be some editing on this tape.
In addition to our sponsorship of the NFL, True Value is especially proud to help local communities through our involvement with the American Red Cross.
Just when things seem to be at their worst, there is a sign that tells everyone things will soon get better. It is the American Red Cross. It is a sign that points the way in times of trouble. And without it, help seems out of reach, and hope begins to fade. That's where we come in. At True Value, we're proud to help the Red Cross rebuild the lives of so many people. And we pledge to keep it going strong. With over 6,000 stores nationwide, we'll be there to lend a helping hand whenever and wherever disaster strikes. After all, we want to ensure that in years to come, there will always be a sign that help is just around the corner.
If you would like to make a contribution to the American Red Cross, please call 1-800-435-7669. True Value. Help is just around the corner. It's the NFL's greatest season ever on home video. We've taken the best of the best to bring you NFL football that'll grab your gut and cling to your memory. It's like the greatest to the third power. 3 volumes of NFL's greatest ever videos packed in one full-strength gift set. The plays, the players, and the game. This collection, hosted by Steve Zabel, offers the greatest catches, throws, tackles, players, performances, and much more. How much greatness can you handle? Team, nice concept, in life and on the field. The ones you stick by. Here are all the moments you most want to remember from the '94 season. 28 NFL teams, 28 NFL team videos, plus 2 expansion teams.
Hi there.
We're all a little nosy. Football's a vocal game. And we don't mean play-by-play commentary. And just what is it that the players are shouting at each other?
Hey, baby! We're going to be here all day, baby!
Intimidation can be more than physical. Words push their weight around, on and off the field. We've grabbed the choicest sound bites so you can experience football as you've never heard it before. In NFL Turf Talk, the 100 greatest sound bites of the NFL.
This isn't college. You're not at a homecoming.
I understand.
This is NFL, which stands for not for long when you make them calls. I'll be selling groceries.
This is 50 minutes of impact, pure muscle in the game. Schwarzenegger saving the universe. Hey, you tackle problems every day. It feels good to watch someone else do the impossible for a change. It's NFL's 100 greatest tackles. This is going to be the high point of the season. Nothing comes near it, and you'll want to see it again. Superheroes, Superpowered. Coming in February on video, Super Bowl 30. You know when good just doesn't come near it, and great is only halfway there. We're talking the greatest. Be sure to own the greatest season ever on home video from Polygram Video and NFL Films.